Toby Keith.
Toby, it's rare that people that I'm super close to will ask me for tickets, anything, because they know, like, unless it's really meaningful, don't ask. And I've only had 2 close friends ask me for tickets this whole year, or last year. It was Morgan Wallen and it was your shows in Vegas. Wow. That was it. That's how big those shows were. And I saw they sold out immediately. Mm-hmm. Do you still have any sort of anxiety at all about shows selling?
No, I hadn't worked in. I probably only worked a handful of shows in the last. Well, I had COVID, 2 big C's, COVID and cancer. So it was, I hadn't worked a handful of shows in the last 3 years, but I worked every year for 27, 28 years. And I mean, I was the only thing I had that concerned me was being away from it for 3 years and remembering all the words, because they subconsciously come to you when you're working.
Yeah.
You don't even think about it. You know them. And then getting completely away from them and having to start back. So they had a teleprompter up there, and I got into a little bit of a sound check. We're going to go full dress rehearsal today, but I didn't even use it. It was just like riding a bike.
Oh, you knew all the words?
Yeah, once I got up there and started rolling and it got familiar, I didn't even look at the teleprompter. What
about playing at all? Did your hand stay calloused?
I still played. No matter where I was, I always had a guitar there, and still plunked around. But they've been calloused so long that
it's all callous. It's not even bones anymore. Yeah. It's just all calluses.
Yeah, it's like having extra fingernails.
You guys are putting the song "Don't Let the Old Man In." It's been out, but you're like, hey, this song's good. Here it is. Remember it. We're gonna push it again. Where did that come from, and why so?
So that wasn't my idea. So we put that in the Eastwood movie 3 or 4 years ago, and the movie didn't do as well as they thought. And it's at the very end, and as powerful as the song was, it still didn't really get its due. But great songs have a way of finding a home. Willie cut it, Humperdinck cut it, a bunch of foreign legends cut it in their language, and I thought, well, that's cool, you know. And then when the Icon Award came up at the People's Choice, Rack Clark, Dick Clark's son, who's I've known for years, he's produced a lot of the award shows. He said, I really want you to do this song. And I was like, man, Blake's presenting me.
He asked you to do that song? Like, you weren't planning to do that song? Got it.
And because it's dark, you know, and I hadn't been in the public eye for a while. And so I was like, Blake's going to do Who's Your Daddy? And I want to do something up-tempo because he's going to be fun and funny. And he goes, no. Rack insisted. And I said, well, Rack, if you want me to do it, I'll do it. He goes, I think it'd be a gigantic highlight. And he was right.
Yeah, it was massive.
Yeah.
People went crazy. And so because of that response, everybody's like, we need to reintroduce this song?
Well, it went number 1 immediately on iTunes. And then people started calling saying, hey, they want service radio.
Yeah.
And I haven't done anything in 3 or 4 years. And I was like, I don't know if they play this kind of music anymore, you know? This is way different than what you normally hear. And I said, this song is even more classic than my age. This song could have been recorded in the 50s, you know, or 60s. And it's so country and so old school that I said, you do what you want to do with it, but I just love it that it found a home.
All right, so you're going on the road. How's your health? How's everything going?
It's going pretty good. This is a roller coaster, and it takes a little while to get your brain wrapped around it, and then you get to a point where you just say, hey, this is what I do, and you can't let it define, you know, your future. You can sit around and wait, but I've got a roadhouse out in the country it's like a 97-year-old roadhouse that has a lot of music history, a lot of Oklahoma history.
What's a roadhouse? I don't know what that is.
It's like a bar and grill, outdoor.
Got it.
You know, it's an old roadhouse.
Like Texas Roadhouse, the restaurant type place.
Well, like a bar out in the country that people would drive out to. Like in a movie, you'd see people, they'll set a roadhouse up. Remember the one where Patrick Swayze?
Roadhouse?
Is that called
Roadhouse?
Yeah,
that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
That one.
All right, so there you go.
Okay.
So that's kind of out by itself. This thing's like 97 years old. The old actor James Garner was named James Bumgarner. before he went to Hollywood. He pumped gas in there. Bonnie and Clyde stayed in some cabins behind it. Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys, people like that would come through and play these little dances out there. And then it turned into a convenience store. We used to get bait, beer, tobacco, stuff there before we were old enough. And then we're going to tear it down. And my whole countryside out there where I live, I know everybody. That's my sanctuary. They were like, man, they're tearing the old Hollywood's corners down. And so I went and bought the thing, popped it up, cleaned it up, put some lights in the trees, put a stage out there. Now you can go out there, get some food, get a beer, sit on the lights, bring your dog, bring your kids, and have biker night on Wednesday. And I saved it, you know. And so one night I said, hey, I want to try to play. So I called the manager and I said, tell Jennifer, I said, tell the band they're paid, but they're not going to play. And she goes, who's playing? I said, another band. And then I was bringing my guys in from Nashville. And we were just going to go up incognito and just let the word build and just have fun. And I was going to see how far I could go without taking a break, you know. So I did 2 3-hour nights. And she goes, well, who do I advertise as playing? I said, the Greasy Weenies. And so she put it up. The Greasy Weenies will be here Friday and Saturday. Well, everybody started going, something's not right because the band's getting paid. So when I showed up first night, they were just like lined up down the ditches a half a mile in every direction. And I did 2 nights in July, and I was like, book it. Go book me some shows. So you just can't get the trucks and buses after 3 years all together, and the crew, everybody's off working with everybody else, you know. So it took till December to launch this thing, and here we are.
Well, excited to have you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like optimistic, playing music, love it. Did you have to, your voice, aside from health, like if you don't sing for 3 years, like that's a muscle.
Right.
Like you can sing for 3 hours, but I mean, did you like blow your voice at all after 2 days?
No, but the thing that I've had to overcome is the surgery I had on my stomach. They had to stitch on my diaphragm. So, and not using it to sing every night, that is a muscle, you know. So I've had to really work that to get it. So where I sing really, really hard and really, really violent and loud. And I didn't have that last 10% on the bottom where I could just really belt anything, you know. Like when I sang MacArthur Park at Carnegie Hall, it was like opera stuff. So I don't know if I could do that, but what I do on stage is no problem. So it's like I've had to work on that diaphragm, and it's getting better all the time. But I went through about 3 hours yesterday off and on, you know, going through our list, working it up, and I didn't have any issues.
What's your favorite song to do now that you're back doing it? Anything like, man, that feels good to do again?
There's one song that it's not doing it again, but the one song that kind of developed its own life during COVID and during this downtime. I'd written a cool southern rocky bluesy ballad called I Won't Let You Down. And it just found a life of its own on playlists. It found a life of its own. Like I go to the lake, everybody up the lake's playing it. I go to Cabo, all my friends at Cabo playing it. And just for some reason, all these people started saying, hey, we started getting into your music and, you know, and this song. And they were all landing on that song. So I put it in the show, and it's a songwriter song that I wrote. And that was fun to play. But, man, those 4 and 5 week number ones, you can just pile them up and come downhill. And they're all fun.
You going to do any songs about the Greasy Weenies? I love that band. I don't know if you heard of them. They're really making their name in Oklahoma.
Yeah. They don't do many covers. They do all Toby stuff.
Well, that's why some people get annoyed by them. They're like, enough Toby Keith, play some Greasy Weenies. Yeah. So, well, Toby, it's good to see you, man.
You too, Bob.
New album, 100% Songwriter, that came out a few months ago. Don't Let the Old Man In is back. We've been playing it a little bit. And all the shows sold out. Again, my friends never asked me for anything. And they were like, can you get us Toby tickets? And I said, not only that, they could come and stay in your hotel room. So you'll see them there. Well,
I don't stay in my hotel rooms. They can have it.
Well,
as long as they pick up incidental.
Crap. All right. All right. Toby, good to see you, buddy.
You too, Bob.
All right, there he is. Toby Keith, everybody.